Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this rigid body animation using an object of your choice. This is an object from Quixel. It's called, I think it's called concrete brick maybe, but it's pretty low poly, so it works quite well for this kind of thing, and it's fairly photorealistic, so yeah. Anyway, we'll get right into it. You know what, we'll actually just start a new scene. That might be easier for you guys. So we're going to go new, general, delete everything. We're going to bring our object in now. I'm just going to quickly shade it. So I'm gonna hit Control T. Did this by going into preferences and applying the node wrangler add-on. Color values, bring that back. Shift D. Add that to the roughness. Unlink that. Give that the roughness again. D. I've got a concrete block now, so what we need to do now is actually give it its physics properties. So we're going to do that by going into here, adding a rigid body tag and giving it its mesh shape, maybe some bounciness. Just bring it up on the Z axis. We're going to add a plane axis, force field, and we're going to give it a strength of minus 2000, so objects are drawn towards it. The important thing is that you actually apply the rigid body after. I don't know if this is a bug in alpha, but yeah, you have to apply the rigid body tag on the object after you apply it to the force field. So this should work now. That's great. I'm actually just going to try it with convex hull and see how that behaves. It might be alright for this kind of effect. It's only an image we're going for in this video. I'm going to add a icosphere, scale it down a little bit. Can apply all transforms by hitting Control A. I'm going to add a rigid body tag and set it to passive. Okay, let's hit play now. Okay, that's what we want. We can hide these, set this back to 0. If we hit Control D and then hold down Control, we can actually duplicate these. It's important to do this after you applied the tag so that they all have the tag and you don't have to apply them after. So we're going to go into X-ray mode so we can select everything. And we're going to go here, Shift D, E, E, E. Okay. So that's everything. And now I've got everything selected. We're going to go into our transform and randomize the transform. So we're going to go 5, 5, 5. Rotate everything by 180. I'm just going to change the seams. That's much better. We don't want anything starting in the center. Just makes it a little bit better. Okay, so now we want to bake our scene. So I'm going to go down to rigid body, cache. I'm going to set this to 10 and I'm going to save and I'm going to bake full dynamics. Okay, let's see how that looks. It's kind of nice. I think I'm going to go for this one. Okay, so now we need to start lighting our scene. So again, just hit save once it's cached. Shift A. Add a point light in the center and that should be alright for now. I'm also going to add an area light and I'm going to give it an object constraint and track it to the empty. Hit GX, bring it back. I'm going to go into cycles, GPU compute, path guiding on, and I'm going to turn the noise threshold off on both of them. I'm going to go down into my color management and turn this to high contrast. Okay, I'm going to drag this across and add the camera. So camera, G, select the camera, GY, bring that back. And this is now our camera view. Okay, so I'm going to go to 160 and 3840, that's going to be 4K. You can do it whatever way you want, but you can just do 1920 by 1080, which is a lower resolution, or I can do 1080-1350, and that's kind of the maximum portrait size you can get on an Instagram image. So we'll go for that one for now. I'm just going to select the camera and go into viewport display, bring that all the way up, and we can also put it in rendered view. Okay, so on our light, we're going to go into shading, use nodes, add a noise texture, alt right click. That's going to do that. If you have Node Wrangler installed, obviously. I'm going to bring all of these down to 0, and I'm going to start bringing the light up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to add a color ramp. Okay. And we're going to put our spread to 0. Turn the light down. Something like that, maybe. Shift D. Okay. So you can see what that noise is doing. It's basically, this is called a gobo. It just creates a little bit of a dynamic look instead of just lighting everything the same. Just going to increase the strength a little bit on the top. Okay, at this point, I'm going to increase the value of the scene to something like that. And now I need a background. So I'm going to add a plane X90. GY, scale it, scale Z. Okay, I'm going to go in the shader editor, new, Control T, delete that, and add a color ramp. Like that. Just gonna bring this up a little bit. Just creates a bit more of a dynamic background. I'm gonna move this to this side actually. And move that up. See how that's looking. That's pretty good. It's all about tweaking stuff really and seeing what works. I'm gonna drop the exposure to make it a little bit moody. Increase the strength of this light. And increase the strength of this light as well. And I think the top one's okay. I'm just gonna add a normal light, but give it the same object constraints. So empty. I'm gonna pull it back behind the camera, and I'm gonna scale it up quite a bit and give it a strength of like 1,000 or 10,000. Is that too much? That's way too much. Okay, 10,000 should do maybe. That's just gonna give it some highlights around the edges. I'm not liking this one in the middle, so I'm gonna bring it up a little bit. See how that's lucky? Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Just add another plane quickly. RX90, GY, scale it up. Just gonna bounce the light back at it a little bit, make it a bit brighter. Right? I guess that's that. So at this point, we should probably think about compositing. So I'm gonna go down here and add camera. This is only available in the 4.1 edition of Blender. So we're gonna go into our, actually we can just go into our layout here and go compositor. Click use nodes. Just wanna double check and make sure that is, yeah. So I'm gonna add a glare node. Add fog below, just to increase that to something like that. Something super subtle, but it's just going to create that extra touch. Okay, now we want a tiny bit of lens distortion. Something like 0.02, 0.02. So you get this effect, and we're going to set it to fit. Right, I'm going to go into my camera, add depth of field. Select this object here, something that's quite central to the scene. I'm going to drop this to about 1.6. And that should be pretty good. Okay. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope this was useful. And yeah, See you guys soon.